Hello everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Faded Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/at Faded Oasis. Today is Monday, so I'm building another building kit here. Hey Molly, how are you? I'm continuing my build of the Mega Motion Eevee kit, which as you can tell, definitely looks like Eevee so far. No, so far we've just been working on the base because that's what's been in the first 4 bags. And I'm about to open bags 5 and 6, which looks actually to be a bunch more of the base and not of the rest of the thing. I'm playing unpacking. IRL. Oh, that's not playing unpacking. That's just unpacking. Good luck. Hope everything made it okay. Yeah, so said to get into this. I thought I fixed the glare issue. I guess I'll try and fix that again. 1 second. How about that? Is that better? It's moved it up more. That should be fine now. And am I blocking any camera? I don't think so. Does it show up on this camera? No, we're good. Alright, that'll work. Can't remember if you beat it. I would tell you how it ends, but I don't want to. Hey Heller, how are you? Alright, let's start opening things, because then I'll be building things as I'm talking instead of just talking at the start here. Sunday was good. Unless you were talking only to Heller. In which case, I'm sorry for answering for you, Heller. Yeah, Sunday was good. We finished... Oh, drop that. We finished everything we wanted to do in Escape Simulator. Yep. So, we need to... There's another small bag in here. Okay. Small bag has what looks like 2 ordinary 1x4s. Except they're bendy, they're rubber. I'm not going to bend them too much. And they don't have holes at the bottom to go into pieces, so I'm curious as to what part of the build this is for. There's more stuff. If you'll need to do it just for completeness sake. Yeah, there's a few of the free DLC things. Oh, Heller, after we ended stream, I did find a way to play versus instead of co-op. So we could have done that versus. I just didn't know that there was a setting. But yeah. There's a few extra like free DLCs. We could if we're looking for something to do, we could buy 1 or 2 of the other DLCs, but I'm more gearing toward like picking up Escape Simulator 2 if it's on sale or something. It's more fun as co-op minigames. That's fair. All right. So, it's been an eventful week. You know how I mentioned that I woke up on Saturday at 5:30 a.m. to a vehicle clearing out the snow in the parking lot? I woke up today at 4:30 a.m. to the sounds of a vehicle clearing out snow from the parking lot. We were hit by a blizzard. I currently cannot get to my car because of all of the snow in the way. I am literally snowed in. Yeah, it started late last night, and it's been snowing all day long. They haven't touched any of the sidewalks yet, and the vehicle that's been moving around the snow has piled it all in the middle of the parking lot. I presume so it can deal with it later. When I went out about 2 hours ago to clean off my car, I was either going to try and walk through 2.5 feet of snow on the sidewalk, or try to climb a pile of snow probably 12 to 15 feet tall. I've got plenty of supplies. I've got electricity still. I've got water. I've got heat. I'm doing fine. I got plenty of food. I just can't drive into work. Oh no, how terrible. But it's okay. I can work from home. Yeah, so that was fun, getting woken up that early, and then I'm like, oh wait, what happened? And I glance over at my window, and I had the blinds 4 feet up, or 4 inches up, and I just could only see snow. I'm like, oh, it snowed a lot, didn't it? And I go and I open my blinds, and the bottom window pane, the part that opens, was entirely covered with snow. So I opened it up more to see where the top was, and I could finally yeah, it's a lot of snow. Flexibility of work from home is great. Absolutely. I am so glad that my boss is cool. I did just send them, I texted them saying hey, I literally can't get to my car to clean it off right now, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it in tomorrow. Was that a gray 2x1? In here? It is in here. And then... okay, it looks like there are multiple sizes of curved ramp here. Here we go. This is a 3 long angled one, and it is angled the right way. Should I zoom in on this camera here? I probably should. I want to look at that. Zoom in. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this one goes here, overlapping the gray. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So I've been fiddling with this because turns out when I have a partially completed brick build like this, and I'm just sitting at work or sitting at my desk doing work, I just play with whatever's nearby. So I've just been fiddling with this, spinning the gear, and this thing, for all it was catching last week, it is totally smooth and it has not caught once. I did realize that the small leaves I placed improperly. I placed them sideways, which means when this went down, it caught on the pieces next to it and actually lifted this whole green section up off of the pip slightly. So I fixed that. But other than that, I haven't changed anything else. All right. Okay, so it looks like we're just building a little hill here. There we go. All right, we got little tan domes here. I guess they're like rocks. Need all of these angly bits, or all of these curvy bits. So the straight angle one goes here. The other straight angle one goes here. Alright, and then the one that's cut to the left is, I think it's this one. That looks right. And these rocks just go on the other 3 pips. Come on. There we go. Hey, Pug. No worries, take your time. Alright, we need a whole lot of these dark gray pieces. Probably not all of these. We don't need any of the 2x. We need 8 of these with 2 pips in them. 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 of these with 3 pips. We need 2 of these with 4 pips. All right, we're building the front here. So I'm going to tilt this back. Does look like we're leaving a gap. Probably fill that in later. So then it's 3 and it goes on these pips. Oh, I bet it's just like a 2x4 that covers that. We're just alternating our way down. And then we're on single pip here. Okay, we are covering the hole for this one. All right. Now what? Ah, yes. Fill in the gaps. Then we get some flowers and rings. This flower goes in between these pips? Oh yeah, okay. There we go. The next ring goes in the middle of here. Hey, there's that. All right, now we take 24 of these like shortened domes. These are like flattened, and they just go in flowers around the rings. Absolutely. So a lot of Pokemon news lately. They're gearing up for their 30th anniversary, which is like this week or something. I get that there. There we go. They are, I don't know if they have released or if they are releasing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch. Not as part of the other Game Boy Advance stuff, like the Nintendo Online stuff, just as games you can buy. And the internet is predictable and hates everything that Nintendo's doing with Pokemon. Everyone's complaining that it's not part of GBA Online, but if they put it as part of that, they'd complain that they were putting it behind a paywall or something instead of just making it so you can buy them. And then there was a bit of controversy with the language thing, but I think it's people making a mess out of nothing. So they didn't make one version of the game that you could select multiple languages of. they released a bunch, or they are releasing, I'm not sure if it's done yet or not. They're putting a different item on the shop for each language the game will be in, and warning everyone on the pages that you have to be sure that you're buying the one in the right language, because you can't change it. If you buy the wrong language, you'll have to buy it again if you want a different one. And the internet does not understand why that's the case, and has thrown up their arms in confusion. Because they also didn't add any online functionality to it. You can only do like trading and battling with local multiplayer, people who are in the room with you. You can't do anything online. And people don't realize that that's the same reason they did both of those things. I need a 2 here. I should zoom that camera back out. It's too high up. Cool. Well, that's the way it's gonna be. So there's something fundamental about the release of Fire Red and Leaf Green. The version that's being released for the Switch is the same version that was previously on the 3DS. With no changes made to it whatsoever, because if they change anything about the game at all, then it's a new game and it needs a new ESRB rating. If they touch the code at all, probably also new PEGI rating, which is the UK's rating board. There's a section of that game called Rocket Game Corner where you play slot machines. Actual slot machines, which is a form of gambling in a children's game. Currently, Fire Red and Leaf Green are rated, I think it's like E10+, because at the time, we didn't think that virtual slot machines were that bad. But now, if they were to get that game re-rated, it would instantly be ESRB rating M, PEGI rating 18 for gambling. You literally go into a casino and gamble. So they can't, if they want to keep this game E10+, they cannot change anything about it at all. So they can't add online. And they can't combine all of the languages into one game. Because then it would be rated M. And there's one thing that they don't want to do when it's have an M-rated game. So the internet was in a big huff about that. Why there are so many different languages that you have to choose one when you're buying it instead of when you're playing it. But like, there are good legal reasons why. But yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green being on the Switch is good. Make more games more available. Ideally, they would release every... I don't know why the Pokemon Company is so restrictive of re-releasing their old games. Because, like... I don't know. If it's not available on any platforms, if it's not available for anyone to purchase it, people are going to find ways of playing it, and then they're never going to buy a copy of the game ever again. A lot of other game companies are doing constant re-releases and remakes of old games. The Pokemon Company is just sitting there going, nah, we don't need it. It's interesting how many parts there are to make this little crank. Just the handle of it. It was 5 pieces plus how you attach it. It's for this little thing. And then this goes in here. Now I have an actual way to turn this. It's not going to be hurting my fingers as I try to spin this gear by hand. Currently, little grass goes up and down. That's it. We're putting pieces on the bottom. Why are we doing that? Alright, fine. Oh, we're putting rubber pieces on the bottom. That's what the rubber pieces are for. Okay. So we need... This goes across here. Yeah. Let's go here. And the rubber piece. Do they stick down slightly farther? They might, I don't know. Oh, and these side pieces are just to hold it in place, I guess. That makes sense. They do, the rubber does stick down very slightly further than the plastic piece. Okay, and now I guess once we get the back half on and we'll have the other pads on the other corners, this won't be wobbly. But now we can do the crank and it moves the things. Why is there a caution symbol? I don't know why there's a caution symbol on 71, but it works. Bags 7, 8, and 9. Alright. Put this aside. Alright. Bags of 3 different sizes. Wait, we have all these extra pieces. Are we sure I didn't miss something? That's a lot of extra pieces. We've got one extra rock. We have an entire extra flower worth of little bumps. I'm gonna double check and make sure I didn't miss a thing, because like we've got one flower on that side, 4 on the front, and 1 on this side. I'm talking about the big flowers. The ones made of bumps. Yeah. It was just the one on that side? Yeah, okay. Alright, it looks like we've done everything we need to, and we just have a whole bunch of extra pieces. Maybe we'll need them later. Maybe they just didn't want to put them in a future bag. Anyway, I'm going to mute so I can open these. Okay, so I see a lot of clear pieces, which is great because it means we're building a window so we can see all the gears on the backside. So let's start doing that. Move all this stuff up here. So this goes, oh, there's a 2x4 in the middle. And then it goes centered. If I can get it to snap down. There we go. And there's a 1x6 with no holes here. I like this like chocolate brown color that we've got here. Go. Oh, okay, weird. They mixed the 2x1s without holes into the pile of the 2x1s with holes. I'll move these over here. See if this works better. Actually, I can zoom this back in. Where are the 4x1 tiles? Not in there. Oh, they are in here. Okay. Just mixed in with a bunch of other tiles. This clear piece has green printing on one corner. That's cool. Can't wait to see what that looks like. All right, so again, just like last time, we're building up walls of pieces with studs on the sides. We are adding a connecting rod here. I presume no, wait. No, I got no idea where that goes because it doesn't slide into any holes on this piece. Unless I've screwed up. So maybe... Oh, this is probably something that something else rotates. Because when you line these up, there's a giant gap there. That makes sense. That's not to connect it to the other half. That's to connect it to something else. Looking for a white rod with a stopper on the end. Do this 2 times. Okay, these look like connecting rods to connect to the other half. Because they line up with these holes here. Yeah, and they will slide into the plus shaped. I'm not going to push it all the way in now. There's a plus shaped hole in there. So that is how these are connected. Three by one, a 4x1, and a 1x1. Nope, I'm not ending. I hit the wrong button again. I need to safety proof that if I'm using this, apparently. I'm going to do that right now, actually. I'm going to say... let's... How do I safety proof that? I'll do this. I'll go... Copy this. Paste it here. Copy this. Paste it here. Let's move this one here. I'm going to put it down here. And then I edit this. And then instead, this goes to page N. Okay. Save. Delete that. So now this will go to a page where I can then hit the end button or go back. Great. Now I can't accidentally hit the end button anymore on this scene specifically. Sorry, I know that looked like nothing to you, but that was important because that's the second or third time I've accidentally hit the end stream button. And I'm super glad that I have not synced it up to OBS or anything to actually like end the stream. It just goes to the page or to the scene. Okay, we got a lot of colorful pieces here. We got this bright orange piece with 2 holes. We got a white connecting rod. We have a bright green gear. Yes, a bright green gear goes here. And that whole thing it spins freely. That's going to go here, and then we get 2 dark blue 3x1s. Those hang down here. Then we've got these olive green gears. Okay, so this one links up with here. And this one links up here. And this one's over by itself. I presume we'll end up putting a small gear there. Like this. But first, what the heck? So that's 2 of these olive flat gears, right? Yeah. A small connecting rod. Three clear 2x1s. One 2x1 brick with a hole in it. Clear. A brown 2x1 with a hole. And one looks like a clear 2x1 with no hole. Yep, okay. So this, the no hole. Then one with the hole. And the other 2 plates. So we take these and we put the teeth against each other. Okay, so I guess we're making like a spin. Oh, okay, I see. That's what we're sticking between these, and it'll spin both of them. That's cool. And that goes through here and through here. And that goes clear side on this side. Yep, and that just locks right in. So now it spins all. Two more of these light blue. Go right on top of the dark blue ones. So we've got up pips, above down pips. Two 5x1s and a 6x1. What the heck is that piece? Lego would never. Lego would absolutely never make this piece. Never in a million years. This is a 3x1 that is already connected to a 2x1. Offset. This piece is crazy. They're inventing new things over there. Alright. Mattel's got some wild ideas. That's just hanging off the edge here. Alright. There we go. Some sort of freakish 3-2 adapter. I don't even think it's an adapter. Because it's a flat plate that is just a 3x1 next to a 2x1 used together. And it's like totally flat like a plate on top. There's no... And even the bottom just looks like we put these two pieces and merged them. What will those madmen think of next? Give them some credit. It might not all be men. What will those insane toy makers think of next? Caution! We want 5 of these. All of these have a green corner on them. So this is also something that I don't think I've ever seen Lego do, and that's print things all the way to the edge. Hey, Pug. No worries. I've got everything done. It creates a weird half-pip offset? Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so all of these have to go like this. Is this just so... The green triangle is just so they can show orientation, because it's flat on this side and open on this side. So, like, there's no face on this side. There is a face on this side. So I think they've printed these triangles solely so you could tell the orientation of the piece when you're looking in the book. Which is also wild. There's a group called Women in Toys, and they include women who make board games. Conversation reminded me of that. Well, if you have an in with that group, and you know who made this abomination, please let me know. This sounds interesting. What sick brick controversy did I miss? So this set is from Mattel Mega Bricks, and I just placed this piece Look at it. Look at this. It's a normal plate. It's a totally normal 3-wide plate. Definitely nothing weird about it. Look, even the back looks normal. It's totally not a 3x1 merged together with a 2x1. And a half brick offset. Like... It's a hex pattern? No, these are hex patterns. But yeah, these are just like 3x1s that have 2 pips on them next to it. Like, this is how Lego would do it, is 3x1 with 2 pips next to a 3x1 with 3 pips. They wouldn't do this. They would never make this piece. But that's fine. Anyway, yeah, so I think these green triangles on these pieces are just... Like, they printed these on these piece just so we could know which direction to place these. And that's also something that I think Lego would seem wasteful. Printing on a piece that you wouldn't see the printing once it's built. I'm loving the overreactions from everyone. Here we go. We're building a nice window here so we can see the gears on the back side, so that's great. Went full golem there for a moment. It burns us. Oh, you did say that. Alright. So we have this rod that has a gear attached to it. That's cool. Take this 6x1 and attach it with a single one of these to an orange 2x1 with 2 holes. Wait, we're doing it again. Stop. We just did that hexagon pattern again. They're apparently much more fine with it than another company. And then we put... Is it this olive gear? Could it be something else? I guess not. There's nothing else here. And then another clear... Okay, it is slightly interesting that the rod does not make it all the way to the end of the clear piece. That's probably on purpose. It's probably the length of the rod is exactly 4 bricks, and half of a brick's worth is the gear itself. Tell her, shut up, you're giving it all away. Alright, so this goes on here. Oh, I see. The half hex pattern matches with this piece. Alright, so now all of that turns, all rotates freely. That's great. And this will interface probably with this gear. No. Oh, right. It interfaces with the small gear on the inset here. So that'll be good. And they give you a nice side view of what it should look like so far. That's very nice. LEGO will just say, hey, download our app. There we go. What the... Oh, okay, we're having one of the things where we need to line things up well. That's good. Okay, so we need 2 of these white rods that have a cap on them. 1 black 2 wide connector, 1 black 3 wide connector. 2 of the 2x1s with a hole, 2 clear 2x1s with holes, and 2 of the lime green gears. So we're doing this, we're doing it differently. I'm not just going to do it all at once. Do a clear one, and then the green gear. Goes. Be sure it spins freely. And the brown. And then the 3x2 rod, or the 3x1. Okay, so that should be good. And this goes on this side between these. Okay. And then on the other side, it's the rod, clear piece, green gear, brown piece, too wide. That goes on this side. Before I put it in, we have to line them up. So if this is facing angled like that, then this should be facing the same angle. That looks good. Yeah, absolutely. That works. Getting hung on something. Oh, it's this piece here. I'm not going to worry about getting hung on stuff because once everything is in place, everything will be held more rigidly. That's what I found with the other half there. Alright, go back to here. For these L blocks. I really like this album. Clear 2x1, a clear 4x1, and a clear 5x1. I talked about this last time, but that's another thing Lego doesn't do is make 5x1s. And I presume it's just like cost analysis of the number of times you need a 5x1 instead of a 3x1 and a 2x1. It's just cheaper to make those. Not worry about it. And then design your kits such that you don't ever need a 5x1. Whereas in this case, it's useful to hold together 3 pieces. Okay, and now we're putting a 2x1 with a center pip to resolve the weird hexagon issue. Now it's lined up with the rest of the pips. Okay, so this starts here. It overhangs and goes all the way here. Where does the 3x2 go? Right here. Okay, I presume that this goes like this, lined up flush with this side, covering that gap. It does look like it. Okay, cool. All right, so. Well, that shouldn't have happened. Okay, so this 3x2 was on here. Pushed it down with this plate. Excellent. So I should do this. Actually, what I should do, let's pull this off again. Just attach it right now. And then place the whole piece. You know, placing this first also might have helped. And a 4x1 over here. Big 3x4 tile. There we go. This is an interesting piece. It's a 3x1 with sort of a hill attached to it. Why does this look like it's not facing the right? Oh. Oh, weird. Okay. So I picked up this piece, which we've seen before. A normal 2x1 sloped with an angled ramp. Step 102, that first piece. And I'm looking at it and looking at how it's drawn in the book being placed there. I'm like, this doesn't look right. They gave us also the inverse of that. It's a 2x1 with the same curve, but where the top is cut. I've never seen this piece before. So that's cool. And that's what goes here. Add more of these pebbles wherever these are supposed to be. The impression that these are all really strange gnomes in the Lego language. Maybe? I mean, this isn't a Lego build, so they don't have the same rules to follow. An alphabet with a bunch of accents. Could be. Okay, so we take this and add this piece here. There we go. So this goes here. And this is this 3 long with the cut really angled. And on top is the 3 long, this one. This is this one. All right. It is break time. And then we're going to open bags 10 and 11. The first thing it's asking me to do is place one of those flowers, and we still have all of these pieces left over. Are they getting more? They are giving me some more. I think it's enough. Weird. Okay, well, when I come back, we'll open these bags. We will continue working. Till then, take a break, get out, stretch, do what you need to do, and I'll see you in a sec. And I'm back. Hi. Oh, that's not the scene it was on. It was on this one. Let's open these bags. So we're building the Mega Motion Eevee kit. And we're opening bags 10 and 11 right now. Alright. Oh, one more. Oh, 2 more rubber pieces, so we know that we're building the feet of this piece. Lots of long arms here, so these are going to be what drives the the Eevee legs. So that'll be good. Okay, we got some 2x1s with angled hips at what looks like a 45 degree, or I guess 135 degree angle. That's interesting. We've got a hinge piece. I'm not sure what connects into it yet, but we'll find out. Oh no, wait, I'm gonna move these on this side. So what are we doing here? Oh, right, we're making a grid and putting pieces on it. Actually, what I'm going to do is attach them while they're not on the main bins. Because I think this will be easier. Right, and then this goes on this face of it. We do the same on the other side. You know, I'm going to use the ones in this one because they're easier to get to. That's upside down. There it goes. And then this one goes like this. This face. There we go. We again have these 2x1s with angles for the corners. It's a little harder. I can't just set this down because there are two rods sticking out the back and all of these extra little pieces. This is fine. I do like that you can look in there and see all the gears. Alright. So, oh, okay, then we're covering up. We've got some cool cut plates that we can do cool angles with. Okay, so we need this one for up here. And that one there. And then this long one here. And then just this large one on this side. Alright, that's cool. Oh, and then on top, that's cool. That's very cool to me. It looked like we've broken into it and can see what's inside. Alright, now is all the mechanics. So we turn this over and make sure that these are pointing the right way. Because that probably is going to matter. We need a tan connector, a white connector, which is the one with half a plus and half a round. 4 of those gray connectors, which are double round, so this one. In other words, cool things where they're clearly thinking about how cool it is to make rather than how it looks on display. I mean, this is cool to make, but also is going to look nice. So it's kind of both. Right, one of these that's 3 long. Won't this be hidden when it's on display? Well, it's the back of the piece, but you could definitely have the back pointing out. This is gonna go together with this side, like this, so this will be the outside of the piece. It's just that this, the side that'll have the nameplate and it'll say Eevee. Eevee will be running, I believe, this way. And then, yeah, the back shows all the mechanics in there. Oh, is that a 10 long piece? Yeah, okay. In that case, never mind. I mean, it is both. It looks both fun when you're building it, and it will look cool when you inspect it. The way it's probably not gonna be seen when it's on my bookshelf, because I'm gonna have the side with the brick pad or the flower pattern and the nameplate facing outward. So it'll be in the back. Yep. So we've got this, and we've got a long arm, and we've got these 2 extra pieces. So this goes Oh, I put one of these on backward. I'm gonna go back to where it showed me lining up the angles. Yeah, this isn't supposed to be pointing down, it's supposed to be pointing up. That. I thought that was just saying, like, make these parallel. Right, where are we? Here. So this goes in here. The white one goes in the plus hole here. The 10 rod goes on these 2 pegs. I'm going to zoom in for this. Yeah, it does go to bottom hole. So this is actually a rigid element. Come on, there you go. And this, the bottom hole, lines up in here. So this swings. This probably won't be rigid. Oh, and then it's saying to swing it down. So like there, we're gonna line it up with something, I'm sure. Oh, it's the bottom pieces. Alright, so we're adding plastic pieces to hold in these rubber feet. And then a gray 2x4 right across the middle. All right. Yep. All right, now set this aside because we're doing something else. We have so many more pieces. Okay, I've got that. So 2 red pips in these holes, a gray half plus half rounded on this side. I don't like how loose that is, but well, it'll be locked into place. It'll be fine. And then a gray double round on this one. And then we set that aside. Take a 7 wide piece? A 7 wide piece. Add some pips. front of that, add some connectors. Connect the other 7 long. There we go. Okay, and then this slides into here. There we go. Okay, step 119. We need brown 1x1s. These ones. Is that a semi-transparent? Oh no, it's a riser piece. Just one? No, 2. Oh, here it is. Oh, our angled curve ramps are over here. One in each direction? Looks like it. Alright, so take a riser, add this one, then add the front angled, and then the same thing for the other one, just to the right. There we go. Then we add this on top and add the angled like that. I think this is actually part of Eevee that we're building now. So that's cool. Take this. Oh, it snaps in with these. Okay. There we go, and then this goes on here. Did I do this wrong? Oh, I put these on the wrong half. These go on this side, the rigid side. And these are the flaps. And those go here. There we go. So now it's angled slightly downward toward the black piece. Then we do a 2x1 here. And we've got a 1x1 ramp with a pip on it, which is cool. Okay, so on this side goes a flat ramp. I don't know which way it goes though. Does it go? If I put this here, is it gonna line up? I don't think it goes like that. No, it's the top one, so this goes like, that's the wrong piece. This one goes here. There we go. Now we're adding some spikes here. And we want to angle them inward. Cool direction there. And then this, the bottom pip from this goes into here. So that's one of the things that's going to be going up and down as this rotates. Okay. Take a big rod and add some things to the end. Make sure that they're the right way. Some connectors. And then from the bottom here, it goes up to somewhere. Put the two sides together. Absolutely. That's what it looks like so far. If I rotate this, those pieces move, but they're not connected to anything, so it's not gonna... Who knows what their angle is supposed to be. Okay, now we add the tiles on the sides here. To make this look like one cohesive piece. And yeah, it's saying if we spread these out, if I zoom out here, everything spins and it all works freely. And who knows where things are supposed to be. Something's hanging here. Is it this? Yes. Everything works. Big check mark. But we're not done. Wait, there's more. Okay, so here we need a white connector here, and gray double circle connectors here in the corner, and then one of them here. Change one thing and now it'll never work. Yep. Okay, and then this snaps these two together so we know what angle this is going to end up being. Alright, so now in the center here, these are rigid. These just don't move at all. And presumably Eevee's body will be attached to that. Okay, so now we take this L piece like this. We add a gray connector in the corner, a tan connector. I don't know the difference between... They're both double-barreled connectors. I presume that there's a reason. Okay, then we take this one and it snaps here. This one, it goes here. This still spins, or it's rough to spin, but it spins. Probably not supposed to, we're probably going to lock it in place at a weird angle. And this connector goes here. And the bottom hole of the tan piece lines up just like they're showing it. And then we open more bags, and that's the bags where you start building actual Eevee. We've moved into the red section. You probably haven't noticed the highlights of the pages. There are yellow on the edges separating the like black and gray sections, and around Eevee at the bottom corner there. Because that's color coding, the yellow section is for the base, and then starting at red here is Eevee. Then there's an orange section later, which is the head, I think? I don't remember. We could go back and check, but Alright, we've got a whole bunch of extra pieces. That's cool. So we have a functioning... I was about to say motorized. Definitely not motorized. Functioning moving base here. Like, I don't know how to... I'm just gonna have it be like that. Then let's do top down for the gears. Just getting some YouTube thumbnail stuff. No, it looks worse. Alright. That's gonna do it. It's time, right? Yeah, it's 6 minutes to 8. And if I open 2 more bags, there's no way. This is a good stopping point. We just finished the base. 12 and 13 they don't actually look that big. Although I see 3 strings, and I'm frightened to know what those are going to be for. So that'll be cool. We'll find out next week. Thank you everyone for watching. It does look cool so far. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Coming up on streams on Wednesday, I am starting Is this seat taken? Is that the name of it? Yes. I'm trying to remember the names of the games that I'm playing. Is this seat taken is a... You know what, let's switch to... Here? This doesn't look that bad. Hey, maybe just turn on this light. It looks fine. And just my microphone. Right, yeah. So, Wednesday is this seat taken? A puzzle game about making sure that everyone is sitting in, like, putting people in seats to make them all happy, meet all their conditions. Like, I need a power outlet. I need to not be next to someone who's chatty. Stuff like that. So that's cool. I'm gonna check that out on Wednesday. I'm gonna start it on Wednesday. Probably gonna go for more than one stream. On Friday, I'm playing more Unbeatable, which is a story-based rhythm game with a very confusing plot. And I'm just gonna leave it like that, because I spent like 10 minutes describing it yesterday. I'm not gonna do that again. Go watch the VOD if you're not caught up on that, and it's wild. On Sunday, games with friends. Don't know what we're playing because it depends on who is available, but it's always a fun time. And then I'll be starting actual Eevee on Monday. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. If you want to help me out, do all the free things. Like, follow, subscribe, etc., etc. And I'll see everyone next time. Have a good one.